Welcome back, subscribers, and welcome new viewers. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed, who like and share my videos, because that helps my whole channel to circulate to more and more individuals who need this information just like you. So thank you all. And a special thanks to this subscriber. You know who you are. She has specifically asked a question, and the question was, I have a lot of trouble with my midheaven square Uranus. Can you do a video on this? So that is what this video is going to be about. So any of you who have your midheaven squaring your natal Uranus. And I will also, just so you know, include whatever's coming to me. And so since I am looking at her specific natal wheel, this might or might not be accurate for you, all of you viewers. Okay, so subscriber, first of all, I want to say, in general, for all of us, our midheaven has to do with being able, it's like the portal, so to speak. It's up here, the top of one's chart. It's at the very top. And so that's where all the energies from all of our planets in each of our unique natal wheels are funneled through. And of course, when we have any planets that are squaring, whether it's Uranus or any of them, and or your nodes of the moon, it's going to be a blockage. So it's going to be something that each and every one of you will have to work through, or you don't have to, but it will be a problem source until you do work through, if you choose to work through it. And how you work through it will be uniquely specific to the planet and or the sign of transiting Uranus or whatever planet it is, and the zodiac sign of your midheaven, which again, your midheaven is the cusp of your 10th house. So it's the end of your 9th house and what begins your 10th house, whatever sign that is. And hers is Scorpio. So you having Scorpio, subscriber, as your midheaven, and then your Uranus in Aquarius, of course, Aquarius and Scorpio square each other. That is correct. So, but also because it's not just Uranus. Okay, first of all, let me break this down. Uranus, in general, has to do with spontaneity, has to do with unexpected, surprising, quick changing energy. That's what Uranus is in general. Okay. When one has their Uranus in Aquarius has to do with the outer world, has to do with cooperation with others and the outside world and truth, even technological truth maybe. And again, that's all quick changing. And then having one's midheaven, in Scorpio. Scorpio is the natural planet for Scorpio is Pluto, which is that transformation, which is that birth and death and rebirth planet. So Scorpio is also a water sign, so it is very in tune emotionally, very sensitive, psychically sensitive. So, right, okay. So, any of you who have this particular square, you're going to be psychically sensitive to the energies of what's going on in the world, of what's going on with others in your environment. And this energy too, whether it's in your environment or whether it's in the world, can change on a dime very quickly. And so that can also get you, who has Scorpio on your midheaven, on your midheaven, that will make you also be very emotionally, how do I say this, sensitive to those changes. And so your specific emotions, your feelings can change on a dime as well. And what would be hard on you and what is the key to your lesson has to do with, is this you? Are these your feelings? Or is this what you're sensing out of the world? Is this what you're sensing in your environment? Is this why your emotions have quickly changed? Or what are you sensing? So whose is it? Does it have to do with the world and others around you, and or others around you, or your environment? Or does this have to do with you? Or is it both? And so that's tricky. And then for you specifically, subscriber, who asked this question, you have, of course, not only Uranus, but you have Neptune in Aquarius, and then you have your nodes, your south node in Aquarius. So that's going to, all of that energy. So it's not going to just be your Uranus, is what I'm trying to say. It's also going to be those energies combined, because they all combined, because you have a stellium. That's what's called a stellium. When any of us have any planets that are conjunct in the same house and or the same sign, that's considered, if you have at least 3. And I'm putting your nodes in there as well. That is a stellium. So at least 3 planets, or at least 2 planets and your nodes of the moon, or more, is a stellium. And so what a stellium is it is a huge amount of combined energy that is much more powerful with whatever planets that are, and or your nodes that are involved. And so it's going to be different for each and every one of you, depending on the house placement of the conjunction and the sign placement of the conjunction. And then not only that, for you specific subscriber who asked this question, you also have Chiron in Scorpio, which also conjuncts by sign your midheaven. And Chiron has to do with where we are first going to be injured, and then once you know consciously what that injury is through that specific, by reading astrologically through the house placement of your Chiron and what sign your Chiron is in, then you can understand more consciously and become consciously aware and understand what exactly and why you've been having, or why you are having, that injury or trouble, that fear even. It's going to be a fear for a lot of us with our Chiron, wherever it's placed, because we have that memory of being injured, and you will draw to you specific injuries again, having to do with your specific house placement and sign placement of your Chiron for each and every one of us. Okay, so for you specifically, subscriber who asked this question, so all of that I'm just, one second here, I'm also being drawn to, because see, your north node squares your midheaven also, which is conjunct your, well, excuse me, how do I say that? Yes, which is also square, not conjunct, it's square your Chiron as well. So, with that being said, there is going to be possibly an extra fear, like I just mentioned, but some type of, fear of even doing what is right, what is actually correct for you, what your blessings are, because our blessings are what we receive. That's our north node, what we receive once we complete and work through our south node properly. So with you, subscribers specifically, you could even have fear, which I think all of us have a natural fear, or a belief that the north node away or blessing is not correct. It's not accurate. That's just what is put in our subconscious automatically, because we've never done that before. Our south node is a memory that we are familiar with. That feels like home. That feels like this is what's going to get our needs met. So with your midheaven and Chiron conjunct in Scorpio, squaring your north node, that's going to put an extra emphasis or fear, or maybe also it's going to enable you and drive you to become consciously aware, which would be a blessing in disguise, because you have to become consciously aware of not only your nodes of the moon, but of your Chiron placement as well, in order to work through and be able to use that, all of this energy. That is what you're saying, is you're having trouble bringing that through your midheaven, your Scorpio energy, bringing that, all of the energy through, and properly being able to properly use it for your highest and best and most powerful good, so that you can express that, your powerful self. That's what the midheaven is, expressing your powerful self in your most highest and best good. That's what you're asking me. And you're saying you're having trouble with that. Well, that makes sense, because it's not just your midheaven and your Uranus. It's your north and south nodes of the moon. It's working through your south node properly. It's being able to, at the same time, you have to know what your Chiron is, because it has everything to do with your Chiron, and working through that Chironic hurt so that you can heal yourself. And then it's also knowing how Neptune plays a role and how Uranus plays a role in all of that. So again, that's a big deal. And so I can definitely understand why you'd be asking me that question. And good for you for seeking and searching, because again, because it has to do with all of that and your nodes. Very big deal. Chiron, very big deal. And you won't be able to rest. You will keep having experiences like this. And so if you haven't checked out your Chiron subscriber who asked this question, I'm almost positive I have done a video reading, a past video reading, Chiron video reading for Scorpio and for Chiron in the 10th house as well. So those are two different separate video readings. So you look in my past playlist under Chiron, Natal Chiron, viewer request in the house, and then Chiron viewer request in the zodiac sign in my playlist, and you will find it. If you have trouble, email me and let me know. And any of you who have any questions, and any of you who have a question for me that you would like me to do a specific video reading for you, all of you viewers, any and all of you, send me an email and let me know. And I need your email because I also will need your natal information, because I will absolutely need to be able to be looking at your natal wheel. Okay, so I will need your birth date, time, and place of your birth. An exact time, please, if possible. If you don't have that, I will work as best I can and give me all the information that you have. Okay, that's for any of you who want me to do what I am doing right now for this specific subscriber. Okay, so back to your specific natal wheel and your question. Okay, so yes, I sent you your nodes of the moon copies, so you already have that. Again, I can't impress upon you enough for you to, and any of you, not just you subscriber, but any and all viewers who are listening, if you don't know what your nodes of the moon are and you are ready to find out, because that is your personal work, and each and every one of our personal work in this life, astrological personal work. This is where you find what your personal work is through astrology. Nodes of the moon and any and all aspecting planets. Okay, let me know, send me an email. Again, any of you who want to know and don't know what your nodes of the moon are. I've done many past nodes video readings from my Karmic Astrology book, which is out of print, which is the best book that gives it the most detailed knowledge of one's nodes of the moon by house placement and zodiac sign that I know of. So any of you that already know your nodes, you can look back in that playlist. If you don't know and you want to know, send me an email with your birth information, and I will send you, I will let you know and send you a written copy. And any of you who already know and you want a written copy of your nodes of the moon, send me an email. thecreativewoman369@gmail.com. And I always put my information in the drop-down box below this video and all of my videos. Okay. So, subscriber. So anyway, I hope that helps you again, it's not just your Uranus, which I spoke of earlier. And this is why it's more difficult for you specifically, because you have these other planets and your nodes of the moon. And so again, great question. And that is so awesome that you are seeking and you want to know, because you will overcome this, subscriber. You will. You keep going. And I hope this helps you. I hope this video helps you to understand a little bit more. And so if you have any more questions, or any of you have any specific questions about your natal wheel, I would love to assist you. And let me know if I can do a video reading, because like this subscriber, she hasn't just helped herself, she has helped each and every one of you viewers a little more, hopefully, in understanding not just her question, but you and your natal wheel. So, okay, until next time, bye.